You're the Mary, I'm the robot.
God, no. We just said, Yikes Radio.
Okay, they can also join us on yikesradio.com, right?
Yeah, we can do that tonight. Yeah.
I'll put that on here.
Hey, Andre, what's up? How you doing? But it's all good. We're going to be live anyway. Make it right. All right, y'all. You ready for me? Let's do it. Let's do it. You want to go and let you roll for a little longer? To the Poetry Justice Show with JackieRay here on YikesRadio.com and AccelerateRadio.net. Here on Yikes Radio and on Yikes, this is where social consciousness meets the arts. And what we do is we select topics that spark the interest and awareness of social diversity, ranging from arts, entertainment, and social justice at large, leaving our listeners thinking and saying, ladies and gentlemen, those are the sultry sounds of my mentor, the Mr. Kevin Nash. Mr. Kevin Nash is the owner of this proprietorship here at YikesRadio.com. Yes, right? And I always love to give a very special shout out and respect to Mr. Kevin Nash, because if it were not for Mr. Kevin Nash and his brainchild, it would be impossible for me to do what I so love to do here on the Poetry of Justice show, ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday nights. Ladies and gentlemen, and now I'd like to give a very special shout out to some of our sponsorships, ladies and gentlemen, starting out with G Babies Catering LLC, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to give a very special shout out to Chef Mac, ladies and gentlemen. You can find him on Instagram, and again, that's G Babies, GBABBIES LLC, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'd like to give a very special shout out to Miss Gingy Lori G. Lori's gonna kill me. We have been in the studio for a while. Miss Lori G, the benefactor, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Lori G?
I'm doing good, doing good.
Don't kill me, sissy. I just want to let everybody know that that's my sister, everybody, and she's one of the best things that's ever happened to me and this show. So I just wanted to give you a very special shout out. We've been gone for a while, but we've got a great show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I also want to give a very special shout out to WMPJ Steelworks. He allows us to do what we do here, the Poetry of Justice show. So we love you so much for what you do for us here, ladies and gentlemen. We call him the Man of Steel here on this show. And then moving on down the trunk, I'd like to give a very special shout out to APS Muscle Cars. And APS Muscle Cars, ladies and gentlemen, we have some very new exciting things happening in Signal Hill, California. So if you have like some of your big toys or motorcycles, Harleys, fastbacks, whatever you got, you want to check this gentleman out, Mimo. He does restorations, storage, hot rods, low riders. You want to check him out, ladies and gentlemen, so you can get at him at www.apsmusclecars.com. So just wanted to say that tonight. I know that's a mouthful. So here we are, the Poetry of Justice show. How you doing tonight, Lori G?
I am doing well. Definitely well. Excited about the show. Excited for tonight. Absolutely.
We've got an amazing show for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I've got my hometown in the house. I'm understanding on so many levels, but we're just gonna kick back, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna have a good time, and just chill for a moment, you know, because God is awesome, and we got just so many good things to be thankful for, and I just like to take the time out to just do that, and pay homage, and just say thank the Lord for what we got going on, because I'm grateful, and I like to be able to be a blessing, because you all are a blessing here with me tonight. My sister would tell you the one thing that we tell most all of our guests here on the Poetry of Justice show is that we appreciate you for your time. because your time is one thing that we can never get back. Sometimes you might have a broken relationship with friends or family, and you can get that back, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you may lose in the stock market, but another stock is hot the next week, and you can get that back. But your time, no matter what we do, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot get that back. So I always just say thank you very much for choosing the Poetry of Justice show, for spending your time with us tonight. I promise you're going to have a funky good one. I can promise you that. And my sister and I, we've just been doing this for about 5 years now. And I haven't even taken the time to share any of the other things that we've been doing. This is Lori and my 4th-year anniversary with YikesRadio.com. So we've been doing, right?
After 4 years.
Yeah, so this month marks the 4 years, and Lord Rocca was one of the very first times showcased here on the Poetry of Justice show several years ago, about 4 years ago, and we did that. I think we were over in studio with the Kevin's called what now, Studio B, right? Rashid? So we've got that going on tonight, and then we've also got man, just so many exciting things. But again, what I just wanted to share is that Lori and I, we spent about 3 weeks on the road. We're calling it the Poetry Justice Show on location, right? So guys, I just want to share something with you, because I promise you, we're going to get into all the music, time, and all this stuff. But I just wanted to take the time to share, because my listeners may be wondering, where were they? Where have they been? What's going on? And I want to say very happy birthday to Lord Rocca. Let me try to get some more people on here, y'all. I'll be working while I'm talking and working and talking, so y'all don't, please, no disrespect intended. I'm just getting more and more listeners and more of our followers. We got 5,000 people out in Facebook land, so we need y'all to tune in, guys. Hashtag Compton. Lord Rocca gonna get us going on, so we're just getting in the game. We're just gonna make it work. So you guys will see me from time to time over here doing that, but just know it's all for love, all for the good, and making sure that we're getting our listeners and work.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we've been doing, so what do we do first? So we're gonna go back to May 8th. Rashid, I'm gonna send you something, yeah, because we just have some good times. So Rashid, what's the best way for me to get something to you? It is in like a photo file, and we're gonna all check it out together. And I want you guys to see what me and my sissy was doing when we were not in the station. So I got some highlights I want to show to you. So you guys,
Was y'all on vacation?
we were not on vacation. We was actually low-key working, right, Sissy?
Yes, we were.
We was like totally working. You were working hard. No, you take the mic for a minute while I pull this up.
Okay. Yes, we did a decades concert, and with, you know, there were like
You
stars.
can't tell them
Well, I
yet.
can't tell you who the stars are, but there are artists from the 90s, which maybe some of you don't know, right?
Okay.
But there are artists from the
How do you want me to
90s
send
who were
it to you?
making, you know, just like not a comeback, but like a hello tour.
Like a reappearance?
Yeah, like a reappearance. Exactly, a reappearance. And Jackie was the red carpet hostess for that event, which is a major thing for us.
That's
here.
right.
Yeah. So,
Rashid's gonna get it
I
in
don't know
there.
if we're able to, what are you trying to show that?
Yeah, I sent it to Rashid. Rashid's gonna send it to himself, and then we're gonna pull it up.
Okay.
We're gonna take a look at it and have some fun. Salaam Nation in the house tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear all about Salaam Nation.
Salaam
Yeah.
Nation. I know, right? Am I muted?
I need to turn it up.
I know, right? Rashid knows I'm a pain in the ass. So it's to mute me from time to time. Hey, Terry Lemkin in the house tonight, everybody. We got Andre Bell in the house tonight, and Facebook is up, you guys. We're just doing it nice and slow, nice and easy tonight, everybody. Salaam Nation, how do you want to start that out, Lord Rocca?
How do we want to start with?
Introducing the Salaam Nation.
We can start with a question,
Yeah.
and Dorian's got it. I mean, who's so many got it?
Yeah?
Yeah, we just.
Okay, so well, who is Salaam Nation?
Oh man, Salaam Nation simply is a collection of artists from Compton and South Central who believe in high level lyricism and creativity.
Okay.
We believe in changing our circumstances and the culture through the spiritual power of music, honestly. And we believe in just going as hard as we can, not taking any cuts, not compromising, and just leaving our mark on history.
Okay,
Wow,
that being stated, what does,
That's really deep.
that's deep.
I wasn't expecting that.
what does
Probably
NWA mean to you? Based on that answer, let's do it.
What does NWA mean?
Yeah.
Based off of his answer?
Yeah.
Shit.
Pick that
Am I
ball
picking
up.
back off of it?
Go ahead.
Well, for me personally, even though I'm from like the West Coast, more so like musically and like hip hop wise, I've always been like really inspired with like East Coast artists.
Okay.
And I believe like East Coast artists are heavily influenced by like the 5%ers and things like that. And so one of like the most prominent like East Coast artists is like Public Enemy, right?
Yes.
And so growing up, you know, I love NWA, without question, I love NWA, but I always felt like in order to get like some conscious hip hop, we would have to go to the East Coast. So NWA, in addition to all the other things it represents to me, it represents like the West Coast version of consciousness, like as gangster as it is, it's still very like anti-establishment, anti-authority, and like for the people in its own way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing they represent.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up all around LA, so I was born in South Central. My mother brought me back to.
I'm gonna press pause one moment. And we're gonna go back to the very beginning. Please introduce yourself, sir, because we have to make sure.
Got it. Okay.
Introduce yourself. And who you are.
My name is Huso from Salaam Nation. Huso Master from Salaam Nation. Huso stands for Help Us Save Ourselves. And Mansa is from like Mansa Musa.
Keep going.
You want me to answer?
You don't mind?
You want me to answer the question? Or,
Yes, sir.
Okay, right.
No, no time, shine, baby, shine, right?
So when I was born, my mother brought me back to like 111th and Dinker in South Central. Shortly
111.
Yeah, 111.
That's an angel.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm picking up on that, right?
Just let it just say we gonna cut it all joy.
Okay, and then shortly thereafter, she took me to Watts, which is like to my great grandmother's house on like 103rd and Clovis. Then a few years later, she got remarried, and we moved with my stepfather's family, like out to Pasadena area. And then some years after that, I moved to the Antelope Valley, so like Lancaster, Palmdale area, where I went to middle school and high school, and then I came back to LA after I graduated.
Okay, guys, check it out. Russo. We gotta check this out. This is what we were doing. I done got all it caught up. Look, this is what we do. Poetry Justice Show. Hello, guys. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna look at. We got so much going on. But anyway, let's look at this. This is what we were doing. We were away, guys. So this was Mother's Day weekend, everybody. Rashid, you just tell me what to do. Just shut up and let you do it.
Hi guys, Saturday night. You know what that means? It's the Poetry of Justice Showtime on YikesRadio.com. But guess what? We are on location tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Dick Bar and Grill. We are here in honor of Mother's Day weekend. We have the amazing Evelyn Champagne King in the house tonight. And Miss Michelle. To Robin Wartell with the Wartell Group. We would be nothing if it wasn't for you tonight. So we really appreciate the invitation and the opportunity. Thank you so much for spending your time with us here tonight on the Poetry and Justice Show with JackieRay Phillips, only on YikesRadio.com and AcceleratorRadio.net. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week. Hi guys.
Y'all like that? Fun, Lord, did you have so much fun?
I had a great time, and I can't wait until we are introducing Salaam.
I know. Oh
That's
my
what
God!
I
I
can't could be
wait.
your exclusive red carpet interview.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's here, guys. It's gonna be here. Yes. Okay, so that's what we did when we get a location.
I was like, y'all was having fun.
Oh.
Y'all was drinking, huh? You got a lot of fun. We all was.
I was not.
You were not?
I was not.
Not in front of people?
Not in front of people, look at you. The only tar babe knows to add that qualifier, right?
So hard to be a tall.
Oh,
baby.
yeah. Oh, yeah, man. They did all that. Compton's heavy with the tradition.
Absolutely.
Except for winning, we ain't won in a minute.
That's true.
I'm gonna just put that out
That's
there.
a problem.
We could win if we
Hey,
champion.
but the uniforms look good. The
Oh, yeah.
girls are fly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they still fly, but we was fly. Hell.
I think, I'm gonna give that to y'all. Things sort of lose a little bit of their touch as the years go on.
Through tradition.
This tradition, okay. But anyway, that was a good time, guys. So we was on the road, on location, and I just want to go ahead and give a very special shout out to the Wartell Group. That's Mr. Robin Wartell. That's how that opportunity came to us, Little Rock. And so he and I have been collaborating sidebar for maybe about 8 months or so now. But just trying to figure some things out. I never had done business with them before. But you just reach out and you do things and you just kind of go out on faith. And so anyway, that's what we did. We went out on faith and he told me to come out to the event and just said, go with it. And me and Sissy, and we called our camera crew. And we just like, let's go, y'all, let's just go. I grabbed my 2 daughters. My sissy, was my sister's birthday, so we're going to give a happy birthday to Lori G as well.
Hey, me.
Yeah, May 9th.
When was it?
It was May 9th.
May 9th? Oh, happy
Actually, on
belated
Mother's
birthday.
Day. What a great gift that was, right?
Yeah, I'm sure, yes. Did you get anything you liked though? Or did they just give you a bunch of well wishes?
No, I got money. That's always good, isn't it? Cash. I got cash. So it was a good
Gives
birthday.
you a lot of options.
Yeah.
Say
It
cash
does.
moves everything around us.
Everything.
With the money.
There you go.
And that's what I was thinking about over there with Mr. Huso. I was on I was having a Wu-Tang moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, that's a really big inspiration for a lot of Wu-Tang. Like, I think it's like, pretty much everybody. I don't know who not inspired by Wu-Tang, but
Yeah.
just,
So you remember that movie you watched that other weekend?
actually, it's a really big inspiration for it.
With the D-Rail. Remember the movie? And that guy, you like the guy, you know, he's from,
He
he's
was.
from Wu-Tang.
He was, yes. Yeah, I remember that. That's good. You know, I have a burning question.
Okay, I have a burning
How,
answer.
I know, how did Salaam Nation form? How did you guys get started or get together?
Honestly, I don't know. I've been here for a few years and I still don't know how we got together. So
You don't know?
somebody could tell me. I just was hanging around Rocker and before I knew it, it was Salaam Nation. So that might be a Rocker question.
Okay.
We all went to the same mosque and we all did music.
Hold on, for the record, I did not. Compton Mosque is different from Los Angeles Mosque. I just want to draw that distinction.
Oh.
I won't say which is better, but my mosque was definitely smaller, not as cool.
We was at the time we were Mosque 27, Mosque 54, which is a South Central Mosque, and the Compton Mosque, we were going in the same building. And
You
so-
guys were in the same building?
Yeah, we were in the same
Oh,
building.
okay.
Yeah, we was in the same building.
That's correct.
And Danny had the studio at his house, and Lord Rocker, excuse me.
Oh,
Lord
now
Rocker.
we know.
Oh
Okay.
my, shocking.
Make a note here.
Has he been rocking tail this whole
Oh,
time?
the
That
whole
is not
time,
right.
you've been rocking.
I still don't, I missed that, that would
Yeah, I like
I
rock.
still don't even
Ah,
have.
my bad. I'm still getting used to it. Lord Rocker.
That's right.
There you go.
Lord Rocker had the studio at his house, and I forget, like maybe just through conversation, he found out that I did music and invited me. And at the time, I was kind of like turning away from doing music, so I was like, nah, but I know people who rap, so I'll try to send them his way. And then my cousin, who does music as well, and was also going to the mosque, he started going to Lord Rocker's house and doing music there. And then I guess, oh God, excuse me, oh God.
No, I go by my.
Okay, no, I'm gonna call you by your rap name, 'cause you know, really.
I'm planning on dropping Oh God once I blow up.
Nah,
Talking about Oh
Yeah,
God.
what's up?
anyway, old guy was doing music there too, so eventually, Lord Rocker hit me up again and was like, hey, just come through. So I came through, I liked what I was hearing. Old guy had rapped on this one beat that I really liked and I got really inspired to, so
Is
I
it
got on that.
old guy?
No, old guy.
I feel like it sometimes. No, I think, all right, we was talking about Wu-Tang earlier.
Oh, okay.
And you
Oh,
got,
Dirty Bastard?
oh God.
Oh, God, okay, got it. I'm just making
Oh,
notes
yeah.
over here.
You can, that's how people say it.
Okay,
There you go.
alright.
Yeah, and
Yes, indeed.
just after going to Lil Rocket's studio a couple of times, he just came to us with like with an idea and said, hey, I have this idea for a group. Would you guys like to be a part of it? And I guess we all said, yeah. This was like back in 2013, by the way. And we've been making music since.
If I'm not mistaken, we weren't gonna go by Salaam Nation at first. It was in like West Coast Front or something.
I don't even
It
remember.
was something weird.
Yeah,
This
I
was
don't
before I
even
was OGOD and I was trying to come up with I had some dumbass rap name. I was calling myself H2O.
I don't know.
Or,
H2O?
yeah, it was, but this was before this was before it was Salaam Nation. Officially.
Officially?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Who came up with the name Salaam Nation?
Lil Rocket.
Lil Rocket.
I'm attacked.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's so dope.
well, I'm just so anxious. I'd like to hear something.
I know.
Rasheed, can you pull something up?
It's time.
See what we got here?
Okay, so let me do
You already know what time it is, baby. Woo. Baby, I want to be able to pick and choose. Pick and choose, pick and choose, pick and choose. Yeah. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum. What can I say? I'm like Sensei. Kicking all this rap that got me chopping through the front page. Shorty spend money, she don't wanna play. Shorty spend money, she don't want the fame. Speeding in the beamer, she ain't fucking with the whole train. She ain't fucking with the dark train. Need a return if I invest. Taking that time to steal what I pay for. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum.
Fuck around, probably catch a gun charge. Caught me slipping once, now it's fuck y'all. Around here, niggas get dumped on. Got the hood looking like a junkyard. The block is hot, the temp is where the roof is. I'm so high, my mind is where the moon lives. A problem, move like the unboot blackouts. Black out the blast and went through the obligata. Hey, I got some trouble in me. Swear I be trying to keep peace, but niggas be queefs. Boy, I come right where you sleep, do you dirty like Ace on you need. Guillotine swords, if you try coming for mine. Get this shit busting on mine, I'm out of my mind. 5150, okay? 50 shots all in that cake. Train to move with no emotion. I mean, the thought of being Satina was so atrocious. The Godfather staying on some Michael Corleone shit. I went out sitting, but my horns keep showing. When the Elohim moving on the scene, with the fit I ain't. Come and get your bitch, gotta swing it from my nigga lane. You know the game, don't be mad when she tryna choose, build and destroy. Tell the niggas time to show and prove.
I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum.
I'm from the land of the ratchet trick. When homework is homework, your jacket shit. Step back, better take a step back real quick. Cause I'm out as hood, it's a mattress. Split, use an actress. Snatching you acting, bitch. Try to flex, take it back to get your address. Switch half 30 gold, hopping out a hatchback. Dick with a shotty thinking up the next shack like flip, Lord. I doubt my foes will clap, cause these dudes start calling and holding max. Case closed, I air them out with bonus cap. You yell out and bail out like Goldman Sachs. Scrotum sack, I'm on top of the totem jack. I'm sick, God shit, I'm old and shack. I'm over rap, hold this Mac, hold your tongue, I'll hold this cap. Load this gun and blow your back.
Yeah, kill a bitch, nigga first. Put his last words on the verse. Oh God, you the worst. Mama should've never gave birth to a nigga like you on the first. Placed him down, laid him round, holy ground, buried deep, the cemetery out of town. Niggas know that nigga can't be found. Cut him up and move him by the pound. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum. I'm the only one with a jump off. Reach for the chain, get your next off. Fine pretty thing with a black sauce. Fine pretty thing with a gun drum.
Oh,
Amazing.
I love that. Exactly. All right, so the inspiration for this one. love that.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us on once again.
Of course,
The inspiration for that record is called The Jump Off. The inspiration for that record was, I just wanted us to have a good time. We usually, when we do shows, people come out to our shows, they know us for, being explosive on stage and, getting the crowd pumped up. So I just wanted to create something that would allow us to do that. I remember when I wrote that, this is when I had lost my car and I was just going through a tough time. And I actually wrote that record at a bus stop. So, because I just wanted to, just be in a better mood. And shout out to Def Street. He's a producer who I met over Instagram. And he just liked my music, so he just started sending me a bunch of beats. And he sent me that beat. And he's way out in Spain, too.
wow.
So he blessed us with that beat. I wrote the chorus. I sent it to Huso Mansa, like, yo, what you think about this? And he heard it, and he was like, yeah, this one gonna be it. So, of course, we got it to the rest of the guys, and they did what they did, and now we got a hit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
Low key, how do you know when it's the money ticket? How do you know?
I mentioned it in another record we got called God Wave. I said I write from the shoulders. So if I'm writing and my shoulders do this, I know it's a hit. I know we got one. So
How did shoulders go, Laura? I just got to
if my shoulders
There
do
you
this when
go.
I rap,
Okay.
and when I'm
There
writing,
you
I'm
go.
like, yeah, it's it. So I write from the shoulders. So I count on my shoulders to tell me whether it's it or not. Yeah.
I didn't hear firsthand of poetry.
Firsthand.
Yeah, that's an exclusive one. I never said that before. That's exclusive. I never said that.
Try that out.
And that's a POJ exclusive, Jack.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm loving it. Well, I think we should just get back into a little more music. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I do. Well, first tell us, how can our listeners get their hands on this music? Where can they get it?
Yeah, they can go to, we're on all platforms, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, and they could definitely check it out on our website at SalaamNationStore.com. You can find merch there too. You want to buy some clothes, rep, it's all there.
SalaamNationStore.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's beautiful.
Shoulders, I'm a killer. I'm living like a loud in J when he did thriller. I come from the slums where we did scams and we did stickers. Put a butter on and shut up. The cops get high and go. Baby mama won't shut up. Yeah, Jamaican food I'm fussing. You gon' change me flossing. You know what it is when you get this lit. And girls don't know what no is. Right up at the party, get up. Pull out wallet, zippers. You know my brothers, they dumb us. Thank you for giving your girl that bread. All the things she bought up. Young guys on the way. I'm here, some man I'm paid. That pop for the summer. Watch out, man, I'm blessed. Young guys on the way. I'm here, some man I'm paid. That pop for the summer. Watch out, man, I'm blessed. 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 Watch out, man, I'm whoop. This right here, the truck. This a alley-oop. Spin that bread with coke. Birdman hand like a stunner. Had a little plan for the summer. Niggas went there when you're down bad, wanna come back, ball out when you come up. Scared money make you a loser. Yeah. Big old check for the movers. Yeah. I had dreams of the college say since we were raised in school. Back when the nickel bag still existed.
Right.
To get lifted. Young nigga in the projects, no concept of how I'm gifted. I was little guy with a big dream and a pencil pistol. Don't official shoot the missile, came to get you, aim to hit you, send the shots, take it with you, keep it simple. I am G.O.D. This my wave, I be low key. With my niggas, I call them kids. Some of them killers won't talk or sing. Blah, blah, blah. What you mean? Fuck your mixtape, get this cream. Captivated with a beach house. Mr. Pollard for the whole team. Like,
Yeah, knowing the head of the boy. Damn, when the Beretta record. Yeah. Ain't no regret or remorse. Yeah, I end up dead in the boy. He in the medical ward. I took the federal course. Boy, you incredible sauce.
young guys on the way. I'm here, some man I'm paid. That pop for the summer. Watch out, man, I'm blessed. Young guys on the way. I'm here, some man I'm paid. That pop for the summer. Watch out, man, I'm blessed. 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 Watch out, man, I'm
Yeah, damn, back with a verse.
Thank you for the explosion.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Real quick,
G.O.D. Wave.
the last person that came off on that record was the man right here to my right, Yusuf.
Big Yusuf.
Big Yusuf, you know, and before, you know, you guys ask him any questions, I kind of want to like have a small introduction about him. I want to thank him on this show. Salaam Nation was started off typically as a 4-band group, 4 members, and then we added one more, Malachi KB, and then he passed away in 2017. You know, so you know, we went on a little delay for making music because, you know, we was all impacted by his death. And then we had another 4th member, his name was Don Husso. Don Husso ended up going away, you know, doing some time. And, you know, so we was down to 3 members. So I told Omar and Yusuf are brothers. So I told Omar, you know, would he mind if his brother, you know, filled that 4th spot in the group, and, you know, Yusuf agreed. So I want to, you know, thank you, brother, for coming in and, you know, helping us out. Because when he came on the group, he just brought a different dynamic, a different flow, a different vibe. And man, he just filled in good. And, you know, that's a tough spot to fill, you know, knowing we always, for years, been a 4-man group. It's always been, you know, Don Husso Mansa, Old God, Don Husso, Low Rocker, and then, you know, it's just a lot that went on with Salaam Nation, and he still came in and did his part and fulfilled the group. So thank you, bro.
No problem, man. No problem. Anytime.
Couple technical
Yeah,
issues.
I'm the self-proclaimed flyest
I'm
member
gonna
of
bring
Salaam Nation.
Husso Mansa.
Self-proclaimed.
I'm the self-proclaimed flyest member of Salaam Nation, you know what I'm saying?
All right, there we go.
You just putting it out there just in case.
Just in case y'all was wondering.
You guys have heard it here first on the POJ
Got
show.
here first.
You might got competition with Husso, honestly. Yeah, he might got competition with
That was
Husso.
really a shot at him.
I got a little razzle-dazzle.
And I said, the people love beef. I had to spice it up.
That is so
That
freaking
is.
true. So,
So
oh my
Yusuf, how
God.
has it been being a member of the group? And how was your transition? I heard Lord Rocca talk about how grateful and honored and special you're joining the group and all of the incredible things that you brought into it. How has it been for you through that journey, or how do you see that through your eyes?
That's a great question. Because, you know, all of these is my partners. My family, you know, I grew up with these. All of them older than me, so I'm the youngest. And when our D-Rock, Lil Rocker, hit me up, and he asked me did I want to join, and Omar asked me did I want to join. I was kind of on the fence because I don't really do well in groups. Not even just music, just period. I'd rather work by myself in school. I'd rather do the assignment by myself. I'm just one of those people. So I was kind of reluctant at first, and there was a J Electronica show that we were opening up for. And I was still on the fence. I was like, yeah, but I was still kind of on the fence. And I did that show with them, those guys. And the energy was just unmatched, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, I love music, but the MC part of hip hop, that's the part I fell in love with. So just rocking the crowd with them and, you know, hitting the stage, it was unmatched. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this is it.
Found your space.
So it's been cool. It's been cool. Like I said, they all my older brothers, so it's no ego. It's never any, you know, friction. It's just cool. I enjoy myself.
So how do they treat you being the youngest in the group? Is there any less seniority that happens there?
It's
A fight for position, anything like that?
never.
Never.
It's
They just
never-
fall in line, huh?
It's never an issue. If they hear something, oh, you should sound good on this, send it to me. It's never an ego. It's never an ego anyway.
Yeah, it's actually really good over here. The synergy. I think we got like all the egos and the kinks out and like the friction out before we even before you even joined us. So now it's just pretty smooth.
That's great. So what's this? You guys are teasing each other about who's the flyest.
Yeah.
I tell you who the least fly is.
Uh-oh.
Me, your boy.
Oh no, Omar, why are you the least fly.
I care the least about the clothes I have
He just
on.
doesn't
As long as
try.
I ain't butt ass
He don't
You
try.
don't- he
I've seen him
doesn't
try.
try?
I've seen him
I
try.
can't-
Is it because
I
you
can
just
try.
so fly effortlessly and you just don't even
See,
you just
look.
you just roll with the
I knew you were special when I
juice
walked in.
Right, that part right there.
Listen, nah, I don't pay much attention to my clothes, you know.
Uh-huh.
For a long time I was single. I had nobody, you know, that loved me enough to tell me I look bummy.
Oh, so now you have someone that loves you enough to tell you,
Nah, she still don't tell me that.
no, okay, no.
No, I'm getting better. I'm getting better because of my brothers. I'm getting better because of my brothers. And I do have someone that's by
And you
my
said,
side.
why don't you tell your brother that you gotta,
Cause I won't listen.
oh, okay,
He's experienced me my whole life, so.
right.
This whole brother dynamic, like they're the only brothers in the group, so it's like this whole brother dynamic is amazing, man. I'm probably about to find out some things right now I didn't know.
That you didn't know.
Yeah.
Typical brother shit.
And so what's the age difference between the two of you?
I'm born in '96. You are '93, right?
Yeah, 3 years.
Oh, that's not very far.
But you see, wisdom-wise,
Wisdom.
I'm light years ahead of you.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Where
said,
it
I
counts.
just love you.
Where it counts.
He's light years ahead of you.
Nah.
It's a beautiful thing for him to want to believe, you know? We all have our delusions, and I'm no
right.
one to take you away from what you choose to believe.
I didn't hear nothing you just said. I didn't hear none of that.
So,
I didn't hear that part.
collective hearing.
I didn't hear that part, Pinky. Let me hear that part.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
But yeah, this is pretty much what we do all the time. We just jump and kick it just like this.
Well, I think it's beautiful to see black men working together
Yes,
with
yes,
no
100%.
ego or no hateration that's happening. That's happening there. That's a blessing. You know, we hear so many stories about us killing each other and hurting each other and not being connected. And we need more stories like this beautiful story, right? That there's peace and harmony and inspiration, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what the Salaam is for.
Yeah,
Peace.
absolutely.
It's crazy. We got a lot of stories together too, as far as like, you know, when you get a groups of people, especially groups of men, easy for bickering to happen. But I feel like we done been so solid since day one. I think every single one of us done stayed with someone else in the group at some point in time.
Right.
Like, we done live with each other, you know, hustle with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Done got
Let's
hemmed
not
up
say too
together,
much.
you know.
Let's not say too much. We'll
Niggas
stop
done got
right
in trouble.
there.
Yeah.
Life, we experienced life with each other.
You did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Well, those life stories create bonding, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
They
sure.
definitely
Yeah,
create
yeah,
bonding.
Trials purify. They become trials.
Yeah.
man.
So I have an interesting question, and I'm sure it'll be different for every one of you.
Mhm.
What would you say has been the most gratifying thing for being a member of this group?
Well, I love that question. Who want to answer first?
I don't even know where to start, honestly. I get to learn, like, because as an individual, I know I have strengths and I have certain weaknesses. So working with other people, I can see their strengths, like, be like complement my weaknesses. So where I lack in, they can pick up in. And just through being around them and seeing how they operate. Like, I'll use Danny for an example. Excuse me. I use Lord Rocka.
Lord Rocka, we know
I
that.
gotta get
We
used
know.
to it. Yeah, so I use Lil Rock as an example. He's very like energetic about how he goes about it. He doesn't mind asking people to do stuff. He doesn't, you know, he's always got something going. He's not afraid to, like, you know, put his music out there, put himself out there. He takes risks creatively. So I'm more reserved. If you haven't like noticed by now, I'm pretty reserved. So just seeing how he gets down and just like how he's always at it. You feel me? It's not like he does it for a little bit, and if things don't work out, gets discouraged. Not saying that he doesn't get discouraged, but the way that he continues to go on and continue to go on and on and on, because it's truly a passion. And the only way that you can make it in an industry like this is to really be consistent and really keep on digging until you find what you're looking for. So as an artist, he helped me learn like that aspect of like just going about this whole music industry, and then just knowing that I have other people that I can like bounce energy off of, doing the shows, and then it's just like we all, even though we're in a group, we're all individual artists, but together we just help each other, honestly, and that's like the biggest thing, having that support.
I love it.
Right. Love
I
that.
absolutely love it. I'll miss over here.
You said,
You mind repeating the question?
the question was, can you share with us one thing that you're most grateful or you feel is special that has been a part of you being a part of this group?
Where do I start? I say for me it's performing.
Performing.
It's the performance, because I performed with other people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna throw no shade. I performed with other people, and the energy just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a pretty chill dude, but when it's time to perform, I'm a perform because I really enjoy it. And it's no different from like when you're dating and stuff. Sometimes it's just not there, and then you run into that one woman, and it's just like, oh, immediately it's the same with performing.
Yeah, they're called the pheromones.
Yeah, pheromone.
Yeah.
Not the pheromone. Okay.
So yeah, performance definitely.
Performance.
Definitely.
Omar.
Oh, I was spaced out for a second.
You spaced out.
Uh,
Pheromones. You was thinking
Yeah.
about pheromones.
See what it does? Do
Take
to
them
me.
somewhere.
Let me see. You mind if I speak for this
Of course,
one?
yeah.
Let me do this out.
You could
Nothing. Thank you. I'm kidding. Most gratifying thing for me has been, well, one, these brothers and other people in my family are like some of my favorite hip hop artists. I just love the way they do their music. To me, it's all about style, lyrics, and creativity, and all of these brothers got it. And for me, I've always had issues with like my confidence when it comes to how I see myself. I've never thought that I was bad, but there were moments where I was like, I'm just like missing the mark, I'm just missing the mark. And these dudes would always tell me like, nah, I want you straight. It's hard, like it's cool. And over time, just working on the craft and listening and seeing how I match up, started developing that confidence. And that only came from just rocking with these guys and, them believing in me and making me feel heard. Shit sound like a therapy session. I feel heard.
Don't cry, Omar. It's okay.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, they just made me really see myself in a way, and really to stop just being so self-deprecating. So I appreciate that because, for a black man in America, depression is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yes,
great.
we know
Hey, there you go.
So I needed the family to help me with that one. They have thus far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Lord Rocco.
Yes, ma'am. I second everything they said. I'm trying to say it without getting too emotional. Salaam Nation has helped me personally, also in my personal life, just going through certain things and I've been struggling with. In my family, when I'm going through it with my family members or a spouse of mine, they're always there for me to talk to. I appreciate that, the consultation and the backing, the love, the support. Anytime I'm working on something, they support me, and I think that's the biggest thing is the support, and the brotherhood. Like we said earlier, we've been through a lot together, what I'm saying? So that's there's no other brotherhood like it. And what I love the most also is that we all think alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all think alike, and it could be because we all, are in the Nation of Islam and we respect the peace and the power that the nation brings to our brotherhood, and we just carry it out. As far as performance goes, Yusuf was right. The performance would be so electric, it'd be so crazy, and it just be like the things that we didn't know we can do as a group. We see it that night.
Yeah.
We rock them stages. That's why I decided to name the next project The Return of the Stage Breakers, because if you look at the videos that when we're performing, even I'm in the maze how Huso Mansa's performing, how Yusuf's performing, how Ogot's performing. how the people are reacting to them, how the girls are reacting to them, and I'm like, man, who is these guys? Like, whoa, like, and I've done shows before by myself. I've done shows by myself, but like I mentioned to them before, I'd rather do shows with Salaam Nation. And if I was an act going on stage, I would hate to come after Salaam Nation, man. And you see it, other acts try to come after us. It'd be sad. I mean, I remember one day in Long Beach, after we got off stage, you know, everybody was surrounding the stage, and then when we got off, everybody walked off, and it was the act that was coming on next, and he was like, all the energy that was right here, come and bring it back, and nobody came back. And that's why I tell artists, do not come after us.
Nobody brought it back.
Gosh, you just like I love on this mic.
They got into a riot after that show.
Real quick, I just wanted to clear something up. I made a comment. I said I like vanilla ice cream after he was talking about the ladies. That was not me saying I like white women. I just meant that to the ladies. That was a CB4 reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black and black,
When they was on the radio, he said, vanilla, sister, is my favorite.
You know, I'm starting to feel that Omar is like the comedian of the group, huh?
We all comedians in our own way.
Yeah,
But Omar definitely, he
It's
stands out.
just because I'm not the flyest, so I gotta have something.
You are the flyest.
My brother, stop
Why you
demeaning
flying?
yourself.
Bro got on a gold watch.
Stop demeaning. How you know
I
this
think
real?
that could be is your strategy?
How you know this real? You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that the strategy?
My strategy is live life, have fun, and, let God figure out the rest.
Oh, that's a great strategy. I know
You know, I've been picking on
Acting Nate.
Nate, who's
That's
just
Nate.
hiding in the back.
You know,
I need you to come forward, Nate, and tell us who you are
the enforcer.
and answer some of these questions
Got a
that we've
roundhouse
asked
on deck.
the other gentleman here.
Yes, sir. Y'all give
Welcome! Yay!
Yes, sir.
Amen. All right.
I was homeless and they gave me a job.
That always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I always look at them like they remind me of the Avengers.
Ah,
Lord Rocket would be Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah, he's like the heart, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then Huso Mansa would be like Iron Man.
Ooh,
You know, you can't
Iron Man.
This exterior,
Uh-huh.
that's the iron.
The iron, okay.
Underneath is a genius.
Yes, sir.
Yusuf reminds me of Vision.
Ooh.
Vision.
I
Yeah,
didn't see that coming.
yeah, super sharp,
Uh-huh.
but he speaks with no emotion. And then,
Oh,
Because I'm dead inside.
right, but super sharp. He got the mind stone.
super sharp.
Yeah.
I had no idea this was gonna go in this direction. I
Yeah.
love that.
I
Then-
don't feel a thing.
Oh God, this is the Incredible Hulk.
Incredible
Yes,
Hulk.
sir.
All right.
His
Yeah.
strength is immeasurable.
Immeasurable.
Yeah, but there's a doctor in there somewhere.
Gentle giant.
Yeah, and I was saying there's compassion and love there.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
There we go. There we go. I like that.
I like that a lot.
I like
That's
that.
great simile.
So that was my 15 minutes.
Right,
Frank.
wait, you gotta have a role in the Avengers, right?
Nick Fury.
Nick
Yeah,
Fury?
that's Nick
Is
Fury
that
right
Nick
there.
Fury?
There it
Nick
is.
Fury.
T'Challa.
Yeah.
T'Challa. T'Challa.
No,
So
but-
Ray, tell us about your engagement with Salaam.
Well, I mean, I saw them come into the music thing, and for me, Salaam Nation was an idea, but to see them on stage was a reality that I wasn't ready for. Because to see them on stage, to see the energy, to see how people react, is unbelievable. You got to see it for yourself. You got to see it for yourself to truly understand. And the beautiful part about these artists is they attract people no matter where they're from. You'll see an old white guy. You'll see a young white girl. You'll see Asians. Of course, you see our own people, but you see everybody. So you know they are definitely students of the game, and they definitely perfecting their craft. And you know, you just got to see for yourself and hear for yourself.
Right.
And the material that they come in with now, the game ain't gonna be the same after
Not gonna be
this.
the same.
It ain't gonna be the same
Okay.
after this.
With boxing for
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Wait till the videos drop. Wait till the music drop. Get ready.
So are there videos out there that we could pull up now and see?
Yeah.
Woo, come on, let's check out a video. Can we do that?
Billie Jean or It's Time?
This time is like our first video. You wanna see our
It's
first
Time,
video?
Yeah, let's see the first video.
This Time is the
It's
it's a real
Time?
classic too. Every time we perform it, everybody go like, cause they know us for that record.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's the classic one.
Yeah,
Okay,
this was
it's
before
time.
Yusuf joined the group.
Ooh. So we gotta do one before Yusuf and then one after.
Well,
right?
the videos we got now got Yusuf in them, but we ain't got no current videos with Yusuf in them.
Yeah.
But the one's coming
On
out.
the way, on the way.
On the way, all right.
And Yusuf got some of his own content coming
Yeah.
out real soon.
Yeah.
So.
More to go. That's exciting. So while we're pulling that up, tell us one more time, give us your handles, where can people get your music on all streaming platforms and your website?
Yes. You can follow us on IG at Salaam Nation, SALAAM Nation, and we got our links up there. And you can follow all of us individually from there.
All right.
Don't forget to visit www.salamnationstore.com.
Nation Store.
That's awesome.
That's great.
You gonna go into something?
Yeah, I think we're going into something now, right?
No, it's time. It's time. It's called It's Time. That's Billie Jean.
Oh, well, hold on. I need to find this time. Is it time or
It's time. Like it's time. Like it's time.
You want to like click the Salaam Nation page. Black and white. No, underneath it.
Got it? Okay.
You have to take like a minute. It's like a big old intro. You want to hear the music, you gotta take like 50 seconds in, bro. Yes, sir.
I think that's
Yes, sir.
Get that up there.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, we can all see it. Oh, thank you. Woo. Happy birthday, Lord. So you gonna put it up there? Happy birthday, little brother. Yeah, then we can all see.
See, it says Salaam Namaste.
What?
You see what's typing Salaam Nation? It says Salaam Namaste.
Thank you for the vibes. It's that one on the bottom row. And yeah, that one right there.
That one. All right, beautiful. Thanks for coming.
I like a brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. I tell her black is black, and we all one nation. She call me David Beckham when I'm kicking that knowledge. I you got me 60 degrees, but I graduate from college. Born underwater, that there should be acknowledged. Said it's product wet, got them hooked on phonics. Raps very hostile, flaring up my nostrils. Yellow righteous niggas speak the gospel, our rosters. Right off Manchester and Maine. Hold up, man. What if I told you what they don't talk was a lie? And you can save yourself, see this all inside. And heaven's all around, it ain't up in the sky. Blind to the facts, time to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Fill me up my P, little Snoop, tell it going too soon. We ain't been in tune since the black guy blew half the earth up on the moon. Picture me wild and face on the pyramid with sun and star and a medallion. Caddy for the sugar, Long Island styling. They love it when they get flat in the fountain. So they wanna hide shit when I'm
So confused. Look.
Hey, you know the teachers got me mesmerized. In the black suit, in the red bow tie. I push the final course like every day. And I got the show these niggas how we bring that heat.
I like a brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. I tell her black is black, yo, we all one nation. She call me David Beckham when I'm kicking that knowledge. I got 60 degrees, but ain't graduate from college. Born underwater, that there should be acknowledged.
lot of our first tracks was like that, where we was rapping over like classic 90s beats.
Yeah, the righteous niggas with the gospel that rosters right off Manchester and Maine. Hold up, man. What if I told you what they done taught was a lie? And you can save yourself, see it's all inside. And heaven's all around and ain't up in the sky. Blind to the facts, time to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
You just walking up and down LA.
I know.
Found a random rooftop. Was not supposed to be upstairs.
I mean, it was open.
Yeah, hey, we saw some open doors and went in.
I love this. Oh, make me think I'm going to work on a train. I know,
Hands up just to hit you down below. No, I pee and I knelt on them suckers with them letters when I get this butter. My girl think it's so attractive. Yes, I'm gonna look at you and
Such a
say,
wild
I'm like, okay.
I was so alright, bro.
when I press it on that loud and relax it.
Extreme disrespect.
You know it's time. Salaam.
I felt Spike Lee moment. That was a Spike Lee moment right there.
Tell us who you feel. Nothing but a law. Let me make myself clear.
Okay, yeah, I see quarantine has filled in the video.
This is back in 2014, yeah.
Working those cause the one looking for the one that nobody else.
Man, you definitely look leaner.
From Africa, major cardiac master. Make sure that on this radio blaster.
I spent all night editing this too. The shit was like,
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Yes. Woo! That was great. Woo! It's time.
Throwback from way
You
back.
guys gotta all go to
So much
YouTube
fun.
and
What's up,
pull up
Meg?
It's
How you doing? We got
Time.
Meg in the house. Where's the head of Meg?
Hey Meg, how you doing? Good to see you. So tell me about this time. How did that feel when you first made? That was your first video, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that. When you completed your first video, you got it edited
If I
and ready to
may.
go.
Yes.
Exactly.
Before they give you some good stories, I was very upset with my verse because I heard a 90s beat and I was like, all right, I'm gonna rap like I'm from the 90s. My cadence is gonna be like I'm from the 90s. And so I was like, so that was me. And then I heard Huso's Manson's verse, and I heard D-Rock's verse, and I heard the other Huso's verse, Lord Rocker's verse.
That's my family. They know so many names.
I heard everybody else's verse, and nobody was rapping like they was from the 90s, and my verse was already recorded. So I sounded like a corny dude that come on, hey, ho, I'd like to rap yours.
These are the braids.
With everybody else killing it. You got Huso talking about 360 degrees, how she get that knowledge, and I'm just like, I was upset, but everybody did.
You were upset.
I was upset. I sounded like a goofball.
No, you sound.
Yo,
I think you sounded
man.
great.
There he goes being hard on himself.
There
again.
you
He
go,
sound
Jack.
like
No,
great,
no.
man. He killed
Hurry
it.
up this
He
week.
killed
They
it.
killed it.
That was great.
That was amazing work.
It
Don't you think,
was.
Lloyd G?
It was. And so it's like you guys had so much fun.
Yeah,
So much fun.
We did that ourselves. Like, like you couldn't tell, we shot that video ourselves. But just like the whole creative process is always interesting to me. Like to actually have something in your mind and then continue to grow it and grow it and grow it and grow it. From like the first inception to like the complete thought, and just to look at it and share it with others and have it affect other people and have it like bring energy back to you. And that was our first time coming together to do that. That was a process. It was a process. It was like a 2-day shoot, but we got it together, and that's continue to do to this point right now.
What did y'all like about that video?
I like the authenticity. I like the raw nature of it, and it takes me back to like Tribe Called Quest and those times where you just kind of out there, like I was saying, a Spike Lee moment, right? It reminded me of a Spike Lee joint. And I think for me, in my era and where I come from, to be considered, a Spike Lee joint, that's
That's top tier.
That's big.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
You.
Particularly with Lord Rockin', you do your little thing, and of course I have an affinity for Lord Rockin'. But and then you gotta get the camera, and you just kind of like saunter off, right? And then your little backpack and shit, you know what I mean? That's when I had that little Spike Lee Oscar Michelle moment, you know.
That's when we was all young and bright-eyed and innocent.
Not so innocent there.
What about you, Lord? What did it make you believe
I mean,
in? I think about.
It brought me joy, I think, you know, and I think that was, in this day and age for me, that's really important, right? So it just made me go to my happy place, right? And I love the beat, the vibe of it, and you guys are just flowing really easy. And that made me feel much more relaxed, less stressed, and just kind of rolling with it as well. So I like that, exactly. Isn't that what music should do? Should take you to that space, to your happy place, right?
Good question, like, if you would not known that we were from the West Coast, would you have guessed that? Have you seen that?
Well, without the video, just listening, because the video really gives me, because I ride the train, so that's the blue line right there. But no, if I didn't see the video, it's got kind of an East Coast little kind of flavor.
Right off Manchester and Maine.
Yeah.
Aside from that.
The style is very East Coast though.
Right.
And I think
Which kind of plays into the authenticity.
So you said you were inspired by East Coast rap, right?
I feel like a lot of us were.
Oh,
If not all of
okay.
us.
That's why they got the Bronx.
I actually pulled up listening to country music.
Yeah.
That's good.
You hate what?
He said he hates country music is good music.
Oh, you know what?
You gotta find you some good.
Johnny Cash. We do a little Johnny Cash.
The Aldean.
Could you pull us some Johnny Cash?
Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean. I was never a country fan.
Yeah, little
But
Johnny
I heard
Cash.
Jason Aldean and I was
What
like,
would
I
be
think-
Johnny Cash, baby?
Johnny Cash, I love Johnny. See, I like the country that makes me feel like a man in the wilderness type shit. Like it's just a man against the world, you know. So you got you got Johnny
Man
Cash,
in the
you
wilderness.
got Willie Nelson, you got you got a lot of people.
And you're inspired by those
Ring
artists?
of Fire.
I'm inspired by all music.
Ring of Fire, is that like, which
Something
one did
like
he make in prison? Did you remember he did that?
Folsom County Blues.
The Folsom.
Yeah, the Folsom, I know that one.
Yeah.
Folsom County Blues.
Folsom County Blues, Rashid. Let's look it up.
There's another guy, oh my gosh, Darius Rucker?
I would not know. I don't
He's
know.
a
if ever-
black country singer. You guys ever
No.
listen to him?
Is that a
I think it's
barbecue stain
Darius.
on my white t-shirt guy?
Oh my God. Let me find
It's
it.
like, oh my God, that's a
Darius
black
Rucker.
country nigga.
Y'all
You
never
are
heard-
rare as hell.
Darius
What are you
Rucker.
doing here?
Yeah.
You are in the wrong genre.
That's his name,
This
Darius
boy is
Rucker.
jazz.
Father.
You're supposed to be in jazz, my brother.
I find all music appealing. But country, the country I like is a country that's more reminiscent of blues.
Now that's very interesting because when we started out, you told me you grew up in North Carolina.
I grew up in Compton and Watts.
That part right there.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
But how did you
yeah,
end up in
see,
North
see,
Carolina?
oh, yeah,
You told me you went to
It's a long
school in
story.
North
I went to high
Carolina.
school in North Carolina.
You went to high school in North Carolina.
High school.
But you don't feel the country flow, your brother does.
Nah, not at all. But even before I went, he still liked country music. Him and my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I never had.
It was
You know,
a
who
Jason
was that,
Aldean song that got
Donnie?
Jason Aldean?
Yeah.
Donnie
That's
and
his name.
Marie. Remember
Donnie
that?
Marie who?
I'm a little bit country.
No.
He's a little bit rocky.
Actually-
You remember that? Don't act like you don't remember that.
I told myself.
the song that
What
got
sounds
me
like,
was All
you don't
Night.
feel none of that. That's like that.
I don't listen to
he doesn't hear
country.
any of that.
I just heard some country song like Tony Hawk.
Wow.
Little
I like
Reba
all
back
type of music though, it's not just country.
All
You
kinds.
catch me listening to some Irish folk music, some contemporary Japanese. Hey, I know some Irish bands that slap, so.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not.
The river, like the river dance?
Yeah, I ain't got the needs for all that, but
The river dancing is a little hectic over there.
sorry, I listen to a lot.
That-
He
that's
clowns me for
wonderful.
listening to Irish music too.
Alright, so what? My playlist?
No.
Okay, okay, she
What?
says no.
We're not playing Johnny
We don't
Cash?
need
Oh,
to
okay,
do
we're
that.
not
I'd
playing
I'd rather hear another Salaam Nation song over Johnny Cash, definitely, definitely.
Somebody
So,
said something
hey,
about freestyle.
Yes.
and Lord,
Now
wait,
you go
wait,
get
freestyle,
it.
what? Oh, we're gonna do some freestyle
Did you
stuff
go
right now?
what? Did you say? Who, what?
What
Let's
next?
do it.
I wanna hear what
Let's
was
do it.
next, but I think
Let's
there's
do
some
Please.
freestyle things about to come on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Is
what
that
do you
true?
wanna ask Nate?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to hear the plan, where's the group going? Where
Oh,
are
yeah,
we moving? What's
I mean,
happening?
right
How
now,
can we be supportive as a community?
Right.
right now, we in a creative space. The group
Mhm.
is in a creative space right now. They just creating like crazy. And that's a good thing. You know, we are going through the pandemic. And because of the pandemic, the world had to shut down and bunker in. And that was a perfect opportunity for the group to just brainstorm and come up with fresh, new, creative music, creative ideas to push the culture forward. So right now, it's just a matter of time and just letting it loose.
Yeah.
So we just want everybody to just keep their eyes and ears peeled out, because what's getting ready to happen, it's about to change the world. The world, this is what the world has been waiting on. So if you got your PPP loans, your whatever loans, get ready to invest in this movement
Right.
of Salaam Nation, because it's about the, you know what I'm saying? All you who had to hide your wives, hide your children, bring them out now, because Salaam Nation. No,
Hide your wives from me though. You should still hide.
You should still put them away, right?
Still get caught up out here.
no, but
All right.
just, you know, just the creative process is a beautiful thing, and what they're getting ready to release, I just want everybody to just keep their eyes and ears peeled.
And you'll keep us updated here at the POJ
Definitely.
show, so we can tell everybody? Because I
Absolutely.
can't wait to see you guys perform live. Absolutely.
Can't wait to see you in the crowd.
Yeah. Don't
Oh, no,
try to act like you
backstage,
don't know who I
backstage.
am.
No, you
There
have to
we
be
go.
backstage.
You gonna put me out there with the commoners.
I
You heard that,
heard
Laura?
it, I heard it
Put me
as
out
it
there.
came out. and-
You're gonna be on the stage.
You will not be eating fried chicken in the green.
I will not be in the green room with fried chicken. There we go. Now, you brought up an interesting question, which I would like to hear. How did the COVID-19 pandemic affect each of you? I mean, how did you deal with that as it relates to your personal journey and your professional music journey?
I'll start. I mean, yeah, I benefited from, you know, the world being closed, but honestly, I'm a hermit anyway. Like, I don't go outside that much anyway. So, you know, I mean, aside from these guys, like, I'm not a friendly dude. You know, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Aside from I'm not a friendly dude, you know, I'm not known for being friendly. You know, so.
Listen, is that intentional? Is that how you exist in the world? You prefer to be by yourself? Yeah?
He's not friendly, he just stays to himself.
Okay.
So, you know, when the pandemic came around, it just gave me a lot more time to just focus on music, but it really wasn't, you know, much of a transition. I mean, I had got COVID at one point, but even that, like, you know, my diet's pretty decent, and I exercise, so I didn't feel it. You know, so I really haven't been too affected.
Okay, so you haven't had any of the lingering effects that like someone catching COVID would actually have as far as like the respiratory problems.
I've never felt a thing. How to eat to live. You know what I'm saying?
We're
By
gonna go
the-
there somewhere.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's my medicine cabinet is my kitchen. You know?
He's talking about the How to Eat to Live book, which I brought for you, Jackie, and Laura. He's right over there.
Oh!
So, you know, I'm always getting gifts. So, you know, that's for y'all. And
Oh, wow.
we'll go into that.
Look at this.
Since I'm on the mic, we're talking about the COVID. It affected us in this way, right? When we got done with that show with Jay Electronica and Freddie Gibbs, we opened up for both of them, killed it. And what I was gonna do was book Salaam Nation on this city tour. It's all over California. And I went and talked to the talent, well, actually the booking agency, and they were, one of their representatives was at our show, and he said, man, I love y'all, I will help y'all out, let's put together this package so y'all can, you know, do these shows. So we were getting ready to do all these shows and, you know, go all out, and then COVID hit. So and then, you know, they were like, yeah, we shutting everything down. And that's how it impacted Salaam Nation musically. and again, that's what we're known for, is our shows. So, but hopefully things up and back up, and we'll be back at it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for myself, it just expanded my artistry. Prior to the COVID and the pandemic and everything, I was working like a 9 to 5, working like 10, 12-hour days and stuff like that. And shortly after the pandemic hit, I went on furlough, and I just had so much time to myself, and I wasn't used to that. And so I went deeper into the music, and like for myself personally, as like my artist journey, I hit a point where it's like, I think every artist goes through this, like there's a point where it's like, am I gonna go all the way with this, like just I'm not turning back, or am I going to say, let me do something more conventional? So during the pandemic, I passed that landmark, I guess, as an artist, where it's like, I can't do anything. Like I literally, my spirit won't allow me to feel fulfilled doing anything else until I like figure this part of my life out. So that's like probably the heaviest thing the pandemic did for me. A lot of heavy things happened to me during this whole time, but that's like the most life-changing thing.
You know, I continue to be amazed about your brotherhood. Well, Rocky talked about that, about the brotherhood, and about your ability to connect and work together and be inspirational. What advice would you give to other young men in urban areas as to the importance of brotherhood and networking and finding a mentor?
The importance of brotherhood. Brotherhood is an idea, I feel, that's attached to something that we naturally do, which is we find groups of people who have similar ideas as us, and we tend to hang around them. A lot of times that can be without intention. I would say that brotherhood and the importance of it is the intention behind it. Like, you want to make sure that the people you spend your time around, y'all are working towards something, and not just because it's cool to see each other, cool to be around each other. Because that shit, excuse my language, that dies out over time. But if you ain't got nothing that bonds y'all together, that you can continually strive for, then ultimately you're wasting your time. And having a brotherhood is a good way to not waste your time, because especially when you got brothers that, you know, you compliment them and they compliment you as far as strengths and weaknesses goes. You know, y'all can cover down and help lift each other up. And if you ain't got that, if you move without intention, without vision, you just wandering around blindly. So you gotta have that vision, because you're gonna need it. Nobody makes it through this life alone, not successfully. So you're gonna need that brotherhood, sisterhood, family, whatever you wanna call it, you're gonna need it. And it's best to really start reflecting on self and realizing who you want to surround yourself with, who's gonna help you get there, and then go after it. And y'all stick together, y'all grind it out, and communicate. Don't sit on nothing, always talk about it.
It's beautiful. You got that, Luigi?
I do. I think that's great. That's great.
Any
other thoughts? Yes,
Yeah, I mean,
please do.
we're all we got out here, like in these streets in this world, honestly. So, especially as a young black man from like inner cities, we grew up under like a certain type of mindset, I guess, like out here, like especially in LA, Compton, a lot of black on black violence, like everything and stuff like that. So as we grow as people and as men, I'm beginning to realize my brotherhood, like the men that I connect myself with, that I align myself with, the men that I decide to work with, and just be social with, is like pretty much the most important, one of the most important groups I can have, or social connections I can have next to like the women I choose to be with. And just having that support group, because it does get hard out here as far as like this, feeling inadequate, feelings of depression, just a lot of things going on. And as men, we're taught to just keep everything inside, not really reach out when we're feeling bad. and you know, sometimes just having a brother that can just reach out to you, talk to you, when you're feeling low, or just not even, you don't even gotta even be that, just to know that you got people that got your back. Worst case scenario, like this, you know, the overshare. I was in jail like a couple months ago, and without the brotherhood that I had, I would have, you know, suffered through that time period alone. So having that group of men that I could totally depend on when I'm at rock bottom, it meant everything for me. So just from that to the music to just basic life stuff, or just if you need somebody to help you move, like Danny helped me move some stuff a couple weeks ago. If you just need somebody to talk to, someone to make music with, that's extremely important. I think once again, as black men, we really need to start seeing each other as allies, because like I said, we are all we got, and we're not going to get nowhere until we finally come together and decide to start working together as opposed to fighting each other all the time.
I agree. I love that. See each other as allies. Right? Now, with your generation, do you think black men see each other as allies or adversaries?
Like as allies more and more. I mean, I think the adversarial nature of it is obviously there because of our conditioning in this country. But I feel like as the times are changing, people are waking up and starting to see the importance of us seeing each other's allies. And honestly, I think a big part of that is due to black women. For the black men that are listening to black women, you know, starting to see that, you know, we just got to be better. And part of being better, one part of black men being better to black women, part of that is us being better to ourselves. So when you come in contact with black women, you know, you ain't coming with no unresolved issues. And so that stems over into what I feel is happening a lot nowadays is, you know, black men realizing, you know, we just, on all fronts, we just got to be better. So it's not happening in the mass amounts that, you know, people would probably want, but it's happening. And it's not going unnoticed. I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, the tension is still there because, you know, especially, like I said, from the inner cities, there's been a lot of death. There's been a lot of murder, and that stuff don't just dissipate in a generation. It kind of carries over and continues. And then with gangbanging, it's an actual culture, so it's like it's being passed down from, you know, father to son all the way through. And you know, it's a process. It's not as bad as it was when we were younger or like the generation before us. And so I do see positive changes, but you know, don't get it twisted. It's still very active out here for real. So you know, just you know, but we that's why I feel like that's why that's part of our purpose as a group is to kind of bring the rest of the brothers over. And just let them know, like, look, we're coming together, we out here trying to be on a positive tip, we understand everything that's going on in the streets because we come from it, but we also have, like, a higher purpose and a better agenda for us as a people.
And, you know, they say the best thing to be is an example. That's why, you know, I like, Glory, that you highlighting our brotherhood. And like Huso Master said, we're just trying to be that example and show other brothers that you can unite with your brothers if y'all got something in common. And, you know, be successful. And that's the beautiful teachings about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He taught us that every time you look at a black man, you're looking at God. So I think knowledge is a huge thing. If we continue to educate ourselves and be the example, we can change this overnight. So that's our goal as a group. And we don't really got to talk about it. We got to be about it. And that's the thing.
You know, I just want to say, Lord Rocco, from the time that I've known you and our engagement, you are truly about it. You are a wonderful young woman, and you live up to the things you say, and your word means something. And I think that's so very important. So my hat goes off to you. I applaud you. You are a beacon of positivity, sir.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without these brothers on the side of me. They help me so much, and I love how anytime I have a vision or they have a vision, we help each other bring our visions to life. And you you know, that's the greatest pleasure in life, is when you think of something in your mind and you bring it into reality. It's no better feeling than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I may not believe this, but it's even better than sex.
Nah, for real.
For real, when you think of something and then you bring it into fruition, nothing better like that, because after you're gone, what's gonna be here is whatever you created.
Say that again, Lord, right?
Yeah.
After you're gone, you leave your legacy, you leave your mark, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm also interested, it's been 1 year since the George Floyd murder and uprising and all of the things that have happened around the world. What are your thoughts about that? Do you think the world has changed? Do you think things are the same? Have we regressed?
I'll answer that. That's a complicated question, so I say yes and no. I'm gonna go kind of off on a tangent, but it's gonna make sense. You know, when President Trump was elected, most black folks was upset. You know, we wanted Hillary, we wanted this, because we're just so married to the Democratic Party. We don't know why. But I was one of the few people who I wasn't upset, pretty much, you know, about Trump being elected. I actually preferred it. Not that I agree with anything he says, it's his purpose. You know, everybody has a purpose while we're here. I believe part of his purpose was, you know, to uncover that mask of civility, you know, to where these racist and, you know, these foul people, they've been that. And Trump acted as that battery in their back, you know, to take the mask off and, you know, show their true colors. So as far as, you know, the George Floyd incident, you know, where we from, that's normal, you know. So for us, you know, we see that, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I've seen that 100 times, you know, and 100 times I've seen it, it wasn't on the news, I've seen that in person, you know, but that acted for the masses who aren't exposed to, you know, those images, that acted as a wake-up call, and it just showed people that we ain't came that damn far. You know what I'm saying? You know, we not that damn far. You know, Obama got in office and we thought, oh, we made it. We ain't made it. You know what I'm saying? And just load us back to sleep. This has been going on. It's been happening. It's unfortunate, but our only, you know, the only way to combat that is our unity, and that's what Salaam pushes. You know, our unity. You know, we all know bullies. You know, I growing up, I had older brothers. So a motherfucker thought twice about bullying. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that there's a power behind me. That okay, cool. If I mess with him, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there might be consequences. You know what I'm saying? And repercussions, to where they didn't feel comfortable in crossing that bridge. We gotta make these motherfuckers uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't feel comfortable saying, even looking at black women, that part first. Or messing with any of us, because it should be a united front. Okay, you attack one of us, you attack all of us. You know, so that's where I want us to get back to, and that's what we push. You know what I'm saying? Salaam Nation, that's what we push. We push unity. You know.
Absolutely. Anyone else want to speak to that?
I don't know. It's like things change, but it's like the more, as they say, the more things change, the more you realize things stay the same. So when we look at the George Floyd case, it's not any different than the countless other black men and women that have been brutalized under police brutality. It's just that particular event was caught on camera, and it just so happened that black man, towards the end of his life, decided to cry out for his mother, and that struck an emotional chord with a lot of people at that particular time. But you know, if we really want to get into it, I mean, from the moment that they brought us over here, that type of stuff has been happening, and since George Floyd, you know, there's been several other cases. I just seen like a video of this black man that was basically beaten, tortured to death, and the police lied and said that he was like in a car accident or something like that. For like 2 years, his family didn't even know what was really going on. They just released the video. So Stuff ain't really changed like that in my opinion. It's being brought more so into the conversation, I guess, more so to the forefront of the average American's mind. But for Black people, it's still a reality. It's something that we all experience or all know of and feel the type of way about. So I don't think things are really going to change until we as Black people get some type of true leverage that we can operate from against the system. But until then, we're going to keep on going for the same stuff.
Quickly, I'm gonna be quick. Some has been touched on. Since George Floyd, there's been I think over 973 killings after George Floyd. So things have not changed, and they're not gonna change until we separate from them. Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Mr. Farrakhan teaches that separation is a must. We can't do it with them. We try to get along with them, and we just can't do it. I mean, even throughout the '60s and the Civil Rights era, we got our heads beat in and dogs sicked on us for just trying to go to the same toilet as them, share the same water fountain as them. We just been through too much, and when is enough is enough. Those who have the knowledge, we must be an example, and we're calling for separation, simple and plain. There's other white folks who say they're not racist and that we can get along, but I look at it like this: let's try separation, and then if that don't work, then we'll go back to your idea. But for right now, we want separation, period.
To be clear, separation is not segregation. It's two different things.
A complete separation between the Black race.
When you got an abusive relationship, one person seeks to be separated from so you can heal, so you can get back to your natural self from outside of that abusive relationship. And that's Black folks in America. An abusive relationship with a country that's been gaslighting us from day one. So.
Now, do you ever think about that sometimes? Do you ever just really just think about that? Like, you know what I mean? Just lay back and think about it. Like, just blackness. Like, what does that mean? Why we've been dealt this day? This
You guys
hard.
Oh yeah, I'm on a ride.
Okay, here we go. Okay, go.
I think I'm
I think
You know
about
what I'm
it.
saying? It's like,
Not get a request.
okay. Why did we
Lemon
get,
pepper freestyle.
is there something better
So
that
we can be made stronger.
there's something, so there's a better.
Oh, lemon pepper freestyle. Hell yeah, throw that shit on.
He said lemon
Okay.
pepper.
All right.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna go. I'm so
Okay,
excited.
we're gonna go.
Let me get my camera.
Here we go.
How did I even think about that?
Yeah. Salaam Nation, feel me? Uso Mansa,
Yeah.
help us save ourselves. So I sent you to Compton. Yeah. Look. The real niggas back around. That's why y'all pussy niggas got a frown. Whoso Mansa can't Musa. Get to know me now. Allah send me here to be God. I will not let them down. To make it happen, I get it cracking by any means. Heart purer than cocaine. Cooked from Medellin. Military movement like the FBI is on the team. Only Fed I fuck with is the Fedayeen. John Cena can't see this. Now that I mean, and I heard some of y'all suck dick just to go mainstream. Sheesh. That's the difference between them and me. Only time I'm on my knees is when I'm praying east. Only way we gon' get free is if we slay the beast. Till then, I'ma need me 40 acres at least. The manifestor, I simply dictate reality. My life expression's a mathematic principality. So Central baby, we got used to seeing casualties. And all that trauma got me talking about it casually. I ain't tripping, I'm just trying to feed my family and get that Christ conscious like I came down from Galilee. Talking rock bottom, see I know that well. You ever took a shit in a 4-man cell? You ever hit a lick, then that shit don't sell? Down to your last dollar, but you gotta prevail, and I'm up now. I'm no longer feeling stuck now. I be in the zone like I went and scored a touchdown. Got the dough for the land and the trucks now. Plotting on a home like I put up in the trust now. And you can't fuck with us now. If you got a problem, say it's sucked and it's sucked now. Slack talk from a bunch of pretenders. That's like throwing stones at a fucking earthbender. I gotta get it, I don't trip off the economy. Got some shit up in the bag and talk about colostomies. Gotta even out the size like sketching in isosceles. You rather tackle a Mack truck than try stopping me. Leviticus, Deuteronomy, walking through the scripture, we fulfilling all the prophecies. Long as I'm done, nigga, ain't gonna drop with me.
Yes! All right!
that beat of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And then we'll do another. Okay,
Yo.
like,
Every verse is like a Basquiat, foreign car I'm whipping. I ain't talking about a box fiat. Feeling like I'm high as Selassie. Move like the mafia. Feeling like I'm Muammar Gaddafi. Young Anunnaki with the moves like I'm Rocky. Float like I'm Aliyah. Sting like I'm Aliyah. Got a dime piece that like to sing like she Aliyah. Got another look like B, she like to party. Huh. We riding camels out in Saudi. Overseas, this shit look just like Narnia. And my girl, the queen, she a goddess like Andromeda. Funny, cause I met her right before the start of Ramadan. Baby girl be chillin', but her body type phenomenal. Like, hold up, with the low cut, like Monica. If a nigga trippin' shit, I'm quick to go and light him up. Yep. You got it.
yes!
Pass it back to me. I'm not done.
Beautiful.
How much of that beat is left?
Got about like 4 minutes of it.
Okay, let me see. Turn it up a bit. I don't even know this somewhere, but we'll see. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yo, planets and constellations couldn't map my conversations. Even Jesus couldn't get the thesis of my revelation. The basis of my education formed the separation while the mind remained in stasis. My base is meditation. For daily drama, I'd rather that than the llama. Cause jealousy can turn your closest dogs into piranhas. We living for the commas. Life is getting so bananas. I just wanna like Obama's got my families in Bahamas. Type to drop bombs without the residue. You really think the black man is God, man? Yes, I do. Ancient mathematics, black and brown Asiatics. I don't want to be a savage, wild beast, steak and havoc. My goal is for the throne, crown chakras on the dome. Rest on waters, walking with the law. I'm not alone, it's time to wake them up. Dust them off, throw the guard a bone. Going to war with the masses like Attack of the Clones, yeah. I'm in the zone before I carry on attacking them. I'm going to need you to get acquainted with the acronym. The right hand means life, but I write with my left. So the issue is I'm the official guard of death. Blazing competition, knock opposition out of position. You couldn't take notes on how to match my composition. The deaf, dumb, and blind found it hard to find my vision. But listen, if you get the mission, you can see the I fucked up.
Yeah.
Right in the left.
Okay, oh my God.
Yes.
Long, but I will be strong.
Oh, wait a minute.
I gotta get it on. You know how I go. We doing us. We thank Nate for believing in us. And God we trust. Love Rock Salaam Nation is a must. And we gotta go. Straight coming from the dome. I ain't looking at my phone. You clowns better stop playing. I'm taking over Rome. South Central been strong. I gotta use my mental. I'm so official. Lord Rocker with the pencil. I'm so official. And we dope. And dope. We get the dough. We gotta go. We on the POJ show. Understand?
Yeah.
That I'm going for the grands and I got to be the last man that stands. I blast from the mother will. Blast cause I got a will. Blast cause I'm still the man of fucking steel.
My boy still rocking shit. Yo,
Yes, all right.
Going up. I'm ready to party, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I might hit the Mardi Gras on my Audi dogs. Pull up to the party whipping the Audi dog. But I'm dipping soon as your shawty call. I'm tripping, left my shit in your shawty call. My cut so fresh, dog, feeling like Molly Maw. The fact y'all mad proves everything I had told, that I passed y'all ass like an ebony centerfold. Every hit is gold. You niggas still capping. I'm so legendary, I feel like I'm Neil Patrick, a real savage. Get your cat peeled backwards. Y'all can't see me in the ring, bitch, I'm Bill Baggins, going up. Headed to the top. Went from being broke to now I'm leveraging my stock. Tuscan leather with the watch, mesh the bezel with the mop. I'm on another echelon. You're witnessing the renaissance. Damn. Come on, boy.
Yes. Yes. Salaam Nation. We have a caller.
We got a
This is rising fast.
If it's my baby mama, hang up.
Hello, caller. Are you with us? Hello?
Are they singing?
Are they singing?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, hello.
Call it.
Yes.
No, this is Lord. Who is this? Okay, just 1 second. They want Jackie. You keep saying Jackie?
Rashid, can you make
He ain't the bill collector, Jackie, girl. He working.
Okay.
Because honestly, if I do that,
Hello? Hello? Robin, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Mr. Warte, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. Miss Phillips.
This is JackieRay, the Poetry of Justice Show. So what's going on tonight? What you got? We got Salaam Nation in the house. What you got for us, big guy?
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm really glad that you
Basically,
came
the
out to
only
our
way
event.
I can put it in
and
the
talk
studio
to
is if I turn up all the mics.
That was such a blessing.
Yeah.
And I love your
Yeah, that's the only way.
reel on it. If I'm not mistaken, you're going to be at the next one, right?
Yes, sir. So let's let everybody know. We're waiting for you guys to call in and allow you to be able to let everyone know the next event.
And the next level of Temptations at the French Quarter in Bellflower, California. A lot of people aren't really familiar with Ozone. I mean, OGs are, but the youngsters aren't. And Ozone played the majority of Team Marie's material in the studio and on their records. Charles Glenn is the one who played bass on Scrap Years, Behind the Groove, Jiggerette. And we just want to have them come out and, do some of those oldies, take us back down memory lane, man. That's when the magic was going on.
That is so true, Robin. So ladies and gentlemen, we are doing this on Saturday, June 12th, 2021, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Wartel Group, which is going to be with, I believe, the Rhythm Fest, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be all collaborating together, and we will be there at the French Quarters Creole Bar and Grill in Bellflower, California. So I want you to mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. The Poetry of Justice Show will be there on location. Robin Wartel with the Wartel Group will be there. You guys had a chance to see the clip earlier today. And so we are going to be expecting it to be an amazing time. So we're beginning our promotions, and I've been blessed to be able to be a part of that. So I would love for you all to consider coming out and blessing us with your time and talent. We've got some legends in the house. The Ricky and Mary Jane girls, Cherry and Maxie, you see what I'm saying? So to get into their minds and to talk to them, and then Ozone, their own independent music. And we can just see, because before we were here, they were doing their thing. And just what those inspirations are. Go ahead again, Robin, if you could just let the gentleman know of some of the legendary artists you have worked with throughout your musical career, if you don't mind, Robin. Thank you.
When I was young, I wanted to know Michael Jackson. Around the 80s, everybody wanted to be Prince. And at least did a deal. So I ended up working with Rolls Royce. I just was watching with her. So when some of the members started leaving, I just filled in because I needed help. Lakeside, Otis Stokes was producing me from Lakeside. I wanted to say, real love, love memories of that. And hell of a writer, hell of a producer. He met me in Houston. We used to have the BRE convention. Black Radio Exclusive. And then it turned into Black Left and yada, yada, yada. But it was annually, every year, and all the record companies would, attend and put their new artists out and their new, material. And so I met Otis back from someone, I'm originally from Houston, Texas. So I met Otis, they had BRE for some reason in Houston, this year, particularly here that I was down there. And Otis came through, and I had already been in the studio down there working on material, because I was going to come back. And after Otis heard it, he said, I need you to, sign with me. And I ended up signing with him, introduced me. That's how I got the Lakeside.
All right. So, Rob. Okay.
To reinvent myself,
Yeah, Rob.
And so by a lot of the people that I knew, I just, they do favors for me. They come on and, support my, vision.
No.
And we are thankful to have you too, Robin. So if the gentlemen are here, we're going to keep rocking, and I would love for you to continue listening to the show, because we've got some amazing talent in the house tonight too. And then I'll be with you on the sidebar, if that's okay with you, Mr. Wartel, of the Wartel Group. We won't.
Well, please come out and enjoy.
All right, thank you. Good night. Right. You check that out, Lil Rocker? Yeah. But Lil Rocker, I just want to give you a very special shout out. On the
Yes,
real deal,
ma'am.
I'm even record my very special shout out. It's so
I'll record
special.
it.
Yeah. Look it on the real deal. Look, you gotta fix it and make it right. But, very special shout out from me, JackieRay Phillips, to you, King Lord Walker. I just wanna tell you, thank you so much for all that you do. I just wanna go give all respect to you. Started radio 5 years ago. Jack Radio 4 years ago in May. And Janelle McKinney was with Lori and I. Very, very started very real. And she told me, getting new talent, and I'm all like, I don't know what to do. And so she told me, she goes, this gentleman named Lord Walker. There's a gentleman named, I wasn't even on Jack's yet. And she told me about you. I was still at Click Radio. And she told me about you and your IG, and I wasn't even on IG at that time. And so I'm like, okay. And she goes, no, Jackie, you gotta get him on the show. And so, you blessed us, and you came in. I think it was one of the poetry flow shows, and life goes on, and I'm just doing me and trying to make this the best that I can make it become. But the collaborations and the work that I've seen you do, I think it started in about September of 2020 during the pandemic, and when you and I reconnected on a whole nother level that has taken us to so many places, and there's still so many more places I know that we're going to go, Lord Rocker. So I just want to tell you personally, thank you for being down with the Poetry of Justice show. Thank you for loving my sister and I. And I know there's so, well, we know both know there's so much more, but I want everyone else to know. There's so many more collaborations. This is not the first time you guys are going to be here, and it's not the last. There's so much more we got going on, and I just want to give you a very special shout out for sending everything in our way. And we had an opportunity to be a part of the Oprah Winfrey Network, and it's Black Women Owns the Conversation. And, you saw the footage of all of that, and, that was you, Lord Rock, and you sent that over to me. So I give all praise due to the Most High God, first and foremost. All praise be to Allah. And then on this spiritual earth, I give you honor and respect because you sent that over to us, and it was great, and it was amazing. And I know you are a real person. You are a man. You are a king, and you are a Lord, and you do definitely rock us. So I think the name is definitely perfect, and I just wanted to tell you thank you so much, and I bless you, and I thank you, and I just look forward to so much. And we are all blessed because iron sharpens iron, right? And we are all here for a reason. It's all not by chance. It's all a purpose. It's bigger than each and every one of us, and I'm just excited for the ride. What about you, Lord G?
I definitely am. I'm just trying to get in where I can fit in.
So, my God, looking at that clock, I know I see you, Lord G. I'm gonna get ready to say what I have to say, and I'm gonna give you gentlemen a little bit more time to talk more about your sponsorships and handles and all the way that we can get in touch with everybody.
Well, definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is a real blessing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm definitely. So we just give our handles, personal handles, and then Salaam Nation handle.
Yes.
Alright, you can find me at Huso Mansa on Instagram.
Okay.
It's HUSOMANSA.
I got that. I think I did that one right. I know I did that one right.
Yeah. It's your boy Yusuf. You know what I'm talking about? You can find me at 808.Yusuf. 808.YUSEF.
That threw me off.
On the Instagram.
On the ground?
Yeah, 808.
Why 808?
Because I'm a producer.
Okay.
So I produce music, and a lot of the production I use incorporates 808 bass.
See.
So 808. But my name, I just go by Yusuf. I don't have a rap name. My name is Yusuf, you know what I'm saying? I tried coming up with a cool name, it didn't work. My name is Yusuf.
I think Yusuf is a cool name.
Sounds royal. You can find me at O God Music, OGODMUSIC for my spelling challenged folks out there. And also, hey, follow my photography page. I just started a photography page. I'm taking dope photos. I'm dabbling photography. If you
subscribe to my OnlyFans.
I do the photography on there too. If you know a model, if you feel like you is a model, I don't care how beautiful you think you are, you can get in front of the camera and have some nice photos for yourself. At the very least, some headshots.
Yes.
That you can pass on down to your kids. Talking about legacy, we need some photos. So let me know. God Photography, God Music on Instagram. I'm you got.
Alright.
I'm at Lord Rocka, LORD, ROKA. Follow at Salaam Nation as well. Visit the www.salamnationstore.com for all your music and all your merch. We'll see you at a near stage near you.
I know.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it, Lori. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Nate.
Very fun.
Man,
This has
was
been
fun.
great, man.
We're definitely coming back for sure.
You have to promise to come back.
Yeah.
You come back?
Absolutely.
Great.
Nate, what about you, sir? Did you have a good time tonight?
Loved it, had a great time, glad I came.
Yeah.
Did you
Glad I
have
was part of
have
this.
any parting words for us tonight?
I think they said it all.
Okay.
I'm just
Can
taking in the
Nate, can you give them your Call of Duty ID? You know, Nate be killing in Call of Duty. If you ever need somebody to come and save your ass, Nate coming through with the parachute and the SMG to light them up. Well, all right, fine. He ain't gonna give it to you. Follow Salaam Nation page and we'll get you Nate's PlayStation ID. For sure.
Wait, I'm excited. Well, Lord G, I think we did it again. What do you think, Rashid? Did you have a good time?
Shout out Rashid.
I know.
She been here since
Rashid.
10.
All right,
That man
ladies
is
and gentlemen,
tired.
what do we
I'm already
got
done.
next? We got, I think we got the Bay in the house next week. We got
The Bay is in the
yeah, we got
house.
Sack and Oakley coming in the house.
Yeah.
Stick Gang, Stick Gang TV. Are you guys familiar with Stick Gang?
I'm about to be.
Yeah, we got to be about it next week. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, so we got the Stick Gang coming down, and I think we may also have Jay Familiar in the house.
Jay Familiar.
You familiar with him, you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Familiar with Jay.
So Jay is like family to me, you guys, so he's gonna be,
Yeah,
so
okay.
he's gonna be in the house with us next week too. So we just gonna have another funky good time.
Y'all gotta let me know when y'all got some events going on in the city, since we all from there, you know. If y'all
Absolutely.
Oh, we did some at the Dollar High.
Dollar
I
High
don't know
Center.
nothing. Y'all gotta let me
We
know.
did Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye, Ginger Productions
Listen, I'm
and
here for
Entertainment.
all
Well, I'm
things
hoping I'm
content.
coming to the city to see you perform.
I know we gonna show you,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Real soon.
There we go.
Checking you out, shit. I saw you at Louis Burgers. Don't get me twisted.
Ah.
Before we get my chili cheese fries and the pastrami meat. Yeah. And you're not even gonna do the other Louis back there. Y'all know the other Louis coming back, right? Did y'all see that? Lord, they got a sign out there that they building.
Coming back.
They building a new Louis Burger.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Cause they took my Louis Burgers away. I was like heartbroken. I was like, how do I know?
Which one they take, the one off the road?
Yeah,
No,
3
no,
minutes.
no, no, on Alameda and Compton Boulevard.
Oh, they took.
They took it away. It's gone, Lori. Okay, I have to go. We have to go, guys, but
All right,
those burgers
thank
is
you.
coming back
Appreciate
out
y'all.
here.
Salam.
I love you guys.
Please, all love.
Amen.
Oh, great.
You guys have a good time. Hey! This is my team. God bless you. Okay, picture time. We go strike time to picture time.
Okay. All right, we got Jackie. Look, we gotta cut this off too.
That was fun.
Did you guys have a good time?
Got it.
All right.